Well, welcome to the stream. Gonna test out some farm dynamics today, and my kids are probably gonna goof around while I do that. So I'm gonna try to take golden compasses or golden helmets, mob farm, drown farm, and see if I can make it a general mob farm or see how well it does. So start. I unfortunately have my see-through ice texture pack on. I don't think I can get rid of it without exiting out. Let's go one more through. Remember, we're gonna need coal for the trident killer and I think soul sand. I think that. Hello all. Let me start playing around with. Sorry about the lack of music. I haven't gotten anything set up. And feel free to chime in with your ideas, chat, or questions. All right, so let's see how this works. Go one more level.
Get on my property.
Hi, Josh. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. You don't stop coming property. Okay.
Let me about this. We can do ice. Yeah, Josh, I'm working on a general mob concept, seeing how well it works. I guess I just need to go bigger before I test it. All right, where is my... Problem that I realize now that with my kids playing on this, they're gonna load mobs too. So we'll see how this works.
Hey, Dad!
What's up, Davey?
Dad is not following my rules. I'm trying to make heroes adventures so that no mobs like that piggy that keeps coming into my garden will cheap out.
You know, Davey, everyone on YouTube can hear you. Yeah, it's based on Golden Compass's farm concept. So I'm trying to see how well it works on this stream. The face. Nope. Yep, I was wanting to stream today and decided to stream to test out this as a general mob farm just to see whether it was useful or how to make it useful. course, the sad part is I have my texture pack on, which means that the ice is see-through. So I'm also playing this on my modified client, so we may go look at the Nether roof in a little bit as well. My goal is to build this up enough that I could test out the farm and see how well it performs. I don't know if it will work, because maybe without skeletons or spiders and stuff will mess up the mob farm design. Maybe they won't flow as easily as drown. So spawning wise, it'll work well. The question is, will the water flows be enough? I'm good. Crocs. Thanks for catching the stream. Spiders need a 1x1 to spawn. And the question is, like all mobs, is after they spawn, do they collide with anything? So basically all mobs need a 1x1 to spawn in. And then the natural spawning algorithm. So the only question is, what kind of blocks do they collide with once they spawn? As long as it's ice and water and scaffolding, we should be good. What is that? That looks like that covers at least a chunk. That should be good enough. All right, let's try the scaffolding. Hi, Jed. Do I have a too high? I have a too high here. That's annoying. Oh, gotta raise everything up one bit. Be quicker. Can't really do a structure block here.
Why isn't it working?
You could do a part of a structure, I guess.
Working.
Hold on. What's up, Davey? Your thing's not working? What are y'all doing, boys?
Only blocks can. I'm trying to make it.
Oh, you need tripwire, David, or pressure plates.
Come on, there's only work with blocks. I already just made it perfect, and now I got to multiply it again. I know. Don't have to tell me.
I see your point about structure blocks, but still do it this way. Right. And structure blocks are extremely useful when you're duplicating something. When I made my mob farm, save the mob farm video, I used them to duplicate the platform. And that made things really easy. The trick that I found is if you if you control pick block on a load, if you control pick block on a structure block, it saves its settings, and so it makes it really easy to copy like the same thing around, the same structure around, because you can save all of the structure information in the structure block besides the structure itself, like all the loading information.
There needs to be at least one block in between. But I can't.
Do you want help, Davey?
Yeah, I can't get help when I can't get out right now. I was not feeling.
Oh, you're doing tripwires, Davey?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to make a pure redstone house. But
Okay, let me get you tripwires. Tripwire hook. And then glass. Here. 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 And then string. There you go, Davey. You have to hook up the redstone still. Oh, you got a block here.
I know.
All right, now try it. Okay, so see, it's activated. Let Jack help you.
Hey! No! I don't need any of you guys!
Sorry, stream. Davey, hey. Take a deep breath. They love that you're building out of iron blocks, Davy. You got 13 people watching you build.
What? 15?
Yep.
Sweet! I won't,
Hi, Kono.
I won't hook up.
I'm working to. So if you haven't seen Golden Helmet's mob farm design, I'll pull it up for 1 second. Yeah, so Golden Helmet has a really cool drown farm that uses a funnel design. And I'm just seeing if that same design works well as a journal mob farm. So I'm trying to find it. Yeah, trying to find the link. Well, let me do this. Can someone in chat post a link to his video while I'm doing this? That would be super helpful.
Yeah.
The only thing bad about this is that it would only do surface spawns. So it might not be that useful unless you somehow layered them. Or you had a specific surface mob you wanted to farm. Like I think strays, Golden said strays might make a good stray farm. When we were talking about this earlier. Guess this might make a good polar bear farm.
No. Oh, yeah.
put some water and some leaves down. See how it does. Let's see, what's the bottom corner? Going up. Down. Down. Looks like this is it. Fill. And 220.
We watched the entire season. Watched the entire season.
Hi, jungle.
Got my new.
Hey, Fizz. Haven't seen you in a while. Oops. Do a lot of mining, Fizz? Ah. Hey, Forest. Okay, does this not... Is this too small? It is too small. Alright. Let's go... Let's do 32, because I'm lazy. Seems to... Everything in darkness. Alright, let's do this. Oops. Alright, and then let's do difficulty
I'm coloring the
hard.
ceiling. I'm coloring the ceiling of my wall at the same height as my old redstone center line because I don't want anyone to get in during the top.
Cool. Oh, there one goes. So the idea of Fizz is to see how well golden helmets funnel design works as a general mob farm. So that's sort of the logic. I have ice Taritar, so everything's fine in all directions. Fizz, my little ones are actually playing on the server at the time. I invited them to play.
I need a ton of people.
Only problem I realize with this farm is it's all surface. And so, so I guess, yeah, so I guess you'd have to layer this with something else to get all the other spawns if you wanted to do this, unless you say what Fizz says is a surface only slime farm. That might work. Right, let me change my field of vision. You can see a bit better. So surface spawns will spawn as fast as cave spawns in a sense, since they're two different caps. And you can't convert spawns from one to another. And so you can only have one surface layer. You might be able to add more funnels below it, like additional layers of funnels. And that would be the way to get additional spawning layers. And so the question is, how fast does this move all the mobs to a trident killer? And then you'd have to get the drops out of the trident killer. So yeah, so as far as the seed with all the ender eyes in the portal, someone was doing the calculations, and I think that yeah, so we don't know when that exists. One of the Java players who does seed finding was looking at it for Bedrock, and I think the closest they found so far is one that's missing 2 ender eyes. And so I'm curious how babies are going to do in this. Yeah, so while you're watching this, let me see if I can find the link to Golden Compass's it's like a mob farm. I can get out my mouse.
Wait, what did it? How did you guys
Golden Helmet. I always say Golden Compass. I'm so bad. All right, I'll look, Jack. Thank you. Good job. Yeah, that's the link I just posted is to the drown farm. Yeah, probably going to need a larger drop chute for spiders. That's clear. Yeah, part of the thing with creepers is I think only one spawns at a time on the surface, if I remember correctly.
Dad, come see this.
Okay, I'll come see. Let's go. In front of the save, let me change my my field of view. You boys could kill some of them, that'd be great.
If you want Daddy.
Here, let me modify this. Yeah, using slash kill probably would have been easier. Right. So it's clear the spiders are two. They need help. Yeah, sorry. There we go. Trying to. There we go.
Wait. Daddy, are you gonna?
Sure. Give me a second. What's up? What am I coming to see?
When you come here, wait.
Mm-hmm. So you built a drop chute into the void, boys.
It was actually over me.
Okay. And then so how do we deal with the spiders more? Mm-hmm. Come on. Okay, I guess we'll do this. Alright. This is annoying. Fix the water. And that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, probably need a bigger drop shaft. That is definitely true. But 4x4 trident killers are annoying. So we'll see how. Place scaffolding on the flat sides of stairs. So things don't spawn on stairs? I don't understand that one, Fizz. What's your logic there? Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let me zoom out. Let's see how this does. There's a creeper. Oh, gotcha. I see. Yeah, that's a possibility. But question is how to. Yeah.
Oh, come on, my thing.
It might be.
Dad, what are you doing?
And that spider's gotten away from us, and then now it's coming up. Yeah, it seems like spiders are the big annoyances. It could be that the bubble columns aren't going up high enough as well. What's up, baby?
I can't make myself of wood so I can cross over to the other side without
Take a breath.
I can't!
Got 18 people here. You want to tell us what you're doing? Maybe we can all help you out?
I don't need your help! Don't do that!
And if anyone's wondering, I do have a texture pack on that makes my ice more transparent. So that's everything with your normal farms. It's the spiders that are messing everything up. Okay. Maybe, let me see, I'm just gonna see how this works. Add another column. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, missing some bubbles here. Alright, let's see how this works. Or just gate a 4x4 with the water blades. Yeah, I think it may be something like that. If I can't get a 2x2 to work efficiently. We'll try like a 4x4 next. We know things like with, I think probably zombies, you can speed things up. The soul sense here, because that's what's in Golden Helmet's farm. And so I'm thinking it's useful. But I haven't had time to try other things. Alright, so let's see what's Spider. What are you doing, Spider? Davey, maybe you should go sit next to your brother if you want to talk with him. What's up? You're getting okay, you're getting frustrated with redstone, right?
No! I'm not!
Tell me what you're trying to do. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully Davey will come back when he's calmed down a bit. Alright. Sorry about all that. Peeking. Alright, so what are our ideas to improve this part of the farm? I know we said a couple of them. I want to try. Maybe do one up. And then fill that in. Okay, push them. Let's see how. Alright, so you have that idea. And then there is basically do a 4x4 drop shoot. Is that the idea? But yeah, why are spiders so large? Okay. Alright, 4x4 shoot it is. Let's try that. Let me block some of the water. Yeah, in a little bit I'll show all of you my building on the Nether stream. What am I? How do I have? Where did I get this wrong? What? Okay, visual visual glitches here are really okay. It's coming under. I did not know what's going on. There we go. Let's go here. Thanks, Fizz. All right. Still, how? Come on, spiders. Okay, that one's blocked off. That one's blocked off. Just have this one left. Finally, that took way too long. All right. Let's. What am I doing? All right, so let's get rid of all of this. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Taco. What did I break? All right. I know. I don't think I've been to my favorite taco place since the lockdown. Hey, Jack. Alright, so let's work on. So the idea is that we're going to do a 4x4 drop chute now. And then we'll start Jed with a 4x4 and see where it goes. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're doing... Still doing... That's 4. And then... We're still doing soul sand around the outside, I think. Alright, so that's that, and then let's then block our water. Okay, that's there. Alright, break that, and then I'm guessing one more on top of this? Probably what we want to do. Come on. Any other questions not even about this farm, that you want to ask me while we're on the stream? Go right ahead. Yeah, I see you, spider. Alright. Alright, I added you as a mod, Fizz. Let's see how this works. We'll do these first. Okay, so now then you're on this lower one, so um, so the walls in the drown farm do not have to be made out of ice. They can be made out of glass as well. You just have to make sure that if you do something like glass, that you have enough of an overhang on your ice shield or your other things, so the light doesn't come through the glass. So you have to like go over by like 8. But you can save on some blocks by using glass, or instead of ice. One thing, because I don't think in version 2 that I posted my world download, I don't think I have any spawnable. I think all the spawnable spots are soul sand, so I don't think there's anything. So in this farm, all the sides have to be ice because they're both a wall and a spawnable layer. Well, on the north and west side at least, but for symmetry, I have them like this. Wonder how useful this farm would be if you had several layers like this. Oh, the redstone? Yeah. Which one? The one that I used on advanced automation? I have like 2 of them. I have 2 different videos with 2 different trident killers. Yeah, AA one. Yeah, I'll do that one. That one is trident killer that Navy Nexus showed me on exploit, but I'll show you the redstone in just a second. I'm going to add one thing to the farm. What are you doing? Since buttons don't work in the beta, I'm using coral fans as a replacement. Yeah, so is Jack still in here? Yeah, he is. Yeah, so I'll do it down here. Let me get some glass. And then I think I need pistons. And what else? I need tridents, pistons. I need a chest. Where are these things? Chests over here. And I need observers. Gotcha, Fizz. Okay, so let's say you have our fighters coming through here and our water. Then we are gonna put that there. Actually, we'll do that there. Put a chest down like so. Okay. Ah, too far. So you have that, and then we need chests like that. I think it goes like this. And then, what was it? I think we had, let me check the real quick. Gotcha. What was wrong? And then, yep, that is correct. And then that there. And block there. Now we're gonna overpulse. Oh, they fixed a button pathfinding. What that means is our use of buttons for mob farm drops are no longer works in the beta. Why can I not do this right? There we go. And so Tapo has it. And then if you want to get a sticky piston, yeah, I told them about it. They seem to not know how we were using mob farms. Let me make sure the audio. Oh, I'm just realizing that you haven't been able to hear my game. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Let me check. Didn't mean to have a quiet stream. There we go. Now you can hear my game. Uh-huh. And then if you wanted to fix, let's see, what am I looking for? Sticky piston. There we go. And so that's how you would turn it on and off with a switch. And toss a couple tridents. Oops. Put a wall up there so you can toss a couple tridents. Yeah, the pathfinding has improved pretty well. It looks really nice when they're sort of avoiding buttons. So the thing that we've asked for them to do is still let them walk over buttons that are placed on the side of a block, but pathfind around buttons that are placed on the top of a block. And there seems to be some precedent for doing that with the way boats interact with buttons. and we made some points that people have been using this for years for mob farms, and the prospect of having to replace all that work is going to really upset a lot of players. And so hopefully they'll take that into consideration, because they say they don't want to break something as big as mob farms like this and make the game not fun. So hopefully they'll put together a good solution. Yeah. Yeah, so Coral fans still work. And yeah. Switch. Let's see how this is doing. I'm mostly curious what happens to babies or what gets stuck in this farm. So let's change the my field of view. Yes, so I made a video about the button bug or the button change. So I had a bit too much fun with that video, to be all honest. But yeah. Yeah, it's it's a cool trident killer. I had one. I have a video of a cave spider one that has a trident killer going back and forth horizontally, but that one I think is a bit better because they kind of flow into one spot instead of being hit on both sides. And so that's the one that I use in advanced automation and exploit. Looks like both my kids are off. I'm gonna go check on them, so I'll let you watch this mob farm. Ooh, look, a slime. Alright, so how's it been looking? Alright, looks like we're missing a scaffolding at one spot. Let me go fix that. So. Yeah, we're not seeing any baby zombies. Getting stuck. That's good. Big slime. Curly, I bet, lives in a slime chunk. I'll work on the 2x2. Yeah. The Yeah, how many things you could fit is where it comes down to. Let me change my field of view back. So now we need to. Oh. Aha. Might help a little bit. Right. And so do this, and then SimDist. So this farm itself won't be affected. It might be affected by sim distance a bit. Like if you play on Sim 6, they have a farther despawn radius, and so that may be important. Spawning wise, it doesn't make a difference. Because we're probably not going out further chunks, and the spawn radius is the same on all the sim distances right now. Hopefully they'll decide to fix that. So, yes. Monitor. There we go. So, all right. So, what do we want to do? We want to do another water layer. You want to push them to a corner. Get rid of ice down here. I'm gonna go with do this. I want to be able to see the walls again. Okay, so we say, how far do we go down? 3? Oh, put water right where the coral is? Alright. That's an idea. Like this. Then do what? And buttons. Like that. Let's see how that goes. That spider worked. Sure. Alright, those two are on the bubbles, so we'll probably may need to get rid of the bubbles. Do that. Go with try this, see how this goes. And then we'll go with, where's my buttons? Buttons. Hi Rhythm Rush, welcome to the stream. We're fooling around with general mob farms today. Meh. Come on. Meh. There we go. Alright, let's see how this goes. I am missing. That's just that. Alright, let's see what it goes. A general mob farm. So it's a mob farm that'll load any mob. So. You know, this one does. I'm probably not going to build a full farm today or build any more layers. The problem with I don't know. I mean, this is definitely for a surface only farm. This design has promise. We're gonna find out about 1.17 next month when they do Minecon Live. So my hope with 1.17, whatever they do, they're gonna announce more powerful realms and getting rid of Sim 4, because that's gonna solve a lot of sort of issues. For spawning and despawning, where they can sort of count on all the ticking areas being at least a certain size. I mean, you can get tridents in survival. You just have to know the right farm to make. I have a couple videos on those, and you can even make a simple farm. If you're only looking for a couple tridents, you can make a simple farm in, say, an ocean biome. Yeah, it's hard to balance farms between being able to encounter a trident enough when you're running around with the sword in the ocean. So there's a little baby that spawned here. He's hanging out on the edge. I can see him. I can see his head. Yeah, for whatever reason, zombie villagers seem to spawn in clusters. I don't know if they always did. But it looks like once a zombie villager is picked, the whole group spawns as a zombie villager. So there's a little baby. Cutting into our rates. A little baby right there. He's not moving. Let's see. Let's see what that baby's doing. So you, sir, probably need a turtle egg of some sort. Or do we go old school and put a villager? Yeah, probably turtle eggs. Yeah, the spider issue seems better. But it's clear that babies can do this, so we're down to turtle eggs or turtle eggs or something else. Maybe villagers. Wait, what? So, let me think how not to completely mess up our water streams. Okay. 1, 2, real quick. 3. Gonna go for it. Ah, tricked you. Let me go. Let me get some of this. Slimes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're back to normal. And then, oh, baby slime. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to put a alright. There we go. Mess up your AI. Come on. I need to go lower. Alright. So waterlog the scaffolding right at the bottom. Like here. Guess these aren't waterlogged. Annoying. Annoying, 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 annoying. I think that's all of them. Let's see. They had some sort of turtle farm bug. I don't know if it's now fixed. But I have made them before. And for a farm like this, you don't need too many eggs. And so as long as you don't place eggs on sand, they won't hatch. So. My question is, are scoots? Yep, that's a little bit difficult because of how and when they hatch. You kind of have to AFK overnight, over several nights, and on a place that probably has them set up where you can collect them when they grow up. I think if they hatch and you have baby turtles, then you can, I think, feed them a whole bunch of seagrass to grow up when you want them to grow up. I've done that before, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look into. There is a thing with the eggs that if you, what did I see people do? If you break and replace an egg, it'll tick it. I think an extra ticks is what people played around with. I went through and dug out all the code. It's on my Discord when we were talking about some of this. But if you're like on a server with a one-player sleep kind of setup, you pretty much will never get turtle eggs hatching. Ooh, what am I looking at? This seems to be, I mean, this is doing better than I thought it would. I think using, if we can just use enough turtle eggs to mess with baby zombies, I think we'll be good. On the side, so we want the, so what are we doing? So I want to face north. This is north. Okay, so that's north. So we want the north and the west sides. Have some turtle eggs. So north and then west. So we'll put them on the outside. Won't be perfect, but better than nothing. Inside's probably slightly better. I just don't want to deal with doing them on the inside right now. Then here we go. Done. I mean, yeah, feeding animals with dispensers. I don't know, maybe it's to keep people from having too many animals and killing their mob cap. I don't know. I mean, there's a certain part of technical Minecraft community that absolutely hates chicken farms. So we'll see. Sometimes when you place an egg, if they can't pathfind to it, they'll their AI will short circuit and they'll sit there and just go with the current. I don't know in this exact setup how to do that, whether it's going to do that or not. But we'll see when enough zombies spawn. I think it should be fine. I do think it's a little helpful to put it on the side you want them to go. So I still think they'll try to pathfind a bit, which helps you. I just don't want to go through the effort of dealing with all that right now. Yeah, with zombies, we'll stop trying to pathfind, and they'll get pushed along. And yeah, if you put the egg on the current side, you definitely know that they're not fighting against it. I just don't think, without a bit more testing to get the right setup where they try to pathfind, which actually makes them run towards the egg, and the Y distance, so the height at which they lose the egg is pretty fast. So ideally, we'd want them to see the egg in the middle and go after it. So But yeah, I would recommend if you were playing around with this to locate your eggs in the middle. All right, how many people are? Let me check my stream health. 13. Yeah, so if you can, well, I can show you. I think a stack of eggs right up the middle would work. They need to be within 10, at least for this size of the farm. The mobs needs to be within 10. So, and so that is, I might as well do that now. Space them out up the middle. I'll do this. I'll do it every, let's see, 1 egg, 1 egg. Yeah, Y level does matter. It's like 1 per, I think they have a range of like 2 above and 2 below. I forget. And it's like 10. So, but because they really can't actually pathfind to these because they're in air, they're probably not going to try too hard to get to them. But the question is, we just want to freeze them. But to stop like babies that are stuck on the south or east sides, you may need to get a bit more clever with the placement. So, oh yeah, we forgot about slimes. Yeah, this farm would work underground. I mean, technically it's undercover, but yeah. Yeah, we're in a slime chunk. Yeah, and it's low. But yeah, so you could build this in a slime chunk and yeah, there are. I was mistaken about that. There are slime chunks. They spawn, I think, a fourth of the time than they would in a in another slime while I was not looking. Oh, that's not good. Nah. Yeah. This is annoying. Oh well, I'm not worried about that. Am I gonna have to? Come on, go down. Come on, Mr. Slimy. Looks like I'm gonna have to change some things. This test farm, there. Oh. Didn't like that, did you? Yeah, I think you're right. I should probably just kill the slime. Yeah. Problem is now, yeah. I should have built this higher. I guess I could still move it, but Well, then spider webs, they'd slow down. The mobs would get would get caught in it. There's some tricks you can do with buttons now, trapdoors. But the ideal thing is if all you need to do is short circuit their AI and not have them actually try to get to it. So, all right, so I'm gonna do one more thing. Some of you probably haven't seen this. We'll get back to this farm. This is also the problem with farm spawning, they're not dying. Or these are spawning underground. But I'm going to... Some of you know exactly what I'm up to. Come up here. 0, 128, 0. Where are you? 0, 128. Ah, there you are. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Nether. Ooh, we got a crimson biome here. Yeah, so yeah. So what should I build up here, boys? Chat. So I guess this is a mob farm stream, so I guess we're building a mob farm. It's annoying. Not that. Go with another acid terrible block. Let's do stone. That's infested stone. I'm in a crimson forest biome, so I don't want to. Can't do too much. And let's go. I think we can do this. Make sure I'm positive. Oh, I did not say what block I wanted. Ooh, look at that red coloring. So how am I doing this? Thanks, Fizz. So how am I doing this? I made my client think that the roof of the Nether, the top of the Nether, goes up to 256. So this is not a valid mob farm because all mobs in the Nether are cave mobs. So you have to add a roof to anything. Now we have our roof. And let me kill all the mobs that do exist. Oh. And so you cannot get any surface spawns in the Nether unless you change the caps, which I could do. That's right next to the spot where you change the build height. So, but I felt like doing this on stream. Old guy and I tried to get it set up where he could join me and build together or do something, but we couldn't get it working on his end. It's a bit complicated. So Enderman, so we're not in the right biome for Enderman, but they do spawn up here. We need to go find. Yeah, in the Nether they follow cave spawn rules. Everything in the Nether is a cave spawn. There is no surface cap. The Nether supports 16 cave spawns and yeah, they would need a roof to spawn. Let me go down. Let me see if I can find a right biome. Come on. Get me out of here. There we go. Pretty. Alright, so we were at 0, 0. I want to find a soul sand biome. Wow, this is red. Yep. Yep. There we go. There we go. Good. Now that is pretty. Lose night vision? Alright. We'll do it on our current location. And then we'll go up 1. Let's go 10. Then let's kill everything. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I'm trying to think about a way to turn this into some sort of SMP or challenge experience as part of like exploit. Can we make a quest to the Nether roof and build something on there in survival? Or could we have some sort of challenge, like a race to see who can get to the Nether first and build and like plant a flag or something? But all it takes is changing one number in the game. The challenge is finding that number. And so that's where the challenge is. So can you find the number? And you know, it's parity, right? If Hermitcraft can build their Nether hub on the roof, or not, all right, I see that, Fizz. I'll be in touch. And yeah, so we don't. I mean, right now we're just fooling around on the Nether. I'm not making anything, but yeah, you could do multi-layered mob farm up here. I mean, it's no different than a perimeter. In all honesty, it makes travel easier. Well, I mean, you can find and change 128 with 256, but you have to know the right 128 to change. And that's the challenge. The 128 is used a lot in the game, and finding the right one is the challenge. But I have a process. I've done it in a dedicated server. I've done it on sort of the Linux, Android thing, and I've done it on the Windows client. So I haven't done it on any ARM processor. I wouldn't know where to start about ARM bytecode, but I have done it on a couple different systems. And so, yeah, we're trying to think of, is there some sort of, you know, Dr. Jan Cyan weird challenge that we can do by integrating the Nether roof or something else? And yeah, so there may be some fun content coming out with this. But of course, the challenge is you have to be able to load a modified game binary. And so I can do it because I'm on the Linux loader, and I can do version switching. So Pete, you got to edit the binary of the game. And so yeah, so Dr. Jansen could probably come up with a pretty good Weirdtopia. But of course, the only people who could play it are ones that could either modify their game or switch to a modified client. You don't want to publish this because you can't distribute like the game. That's a big no-no. That's Microsoft stuff. But you could potentially in a private message tell someone how to modify their game to do this. But yeah, so I won't, unlikely to ever release the direct change this part of the game, like actual like detailed instructions. But we may, with some friends, may do some limited collabs with this. And I might start using some of these techniques to like increase mob caps and test those out, so we can actually tell the give feedback to the developers about ways to improve mob farming in the game. But yeah. Yeah, so the roof allows you to build a farm in the Nether without requiring a perimeter, which is a benefit to mob farmers. I'm not gonna lie, but it's nothing that it's basically just one large perimeter. I would say beyond that, it does allow you to travel in the Nether fast. You can also, once you're up here, if you can build up here, you can also break bedrock up here using Let me see. Using dark oak. No telling how long this will actually be in the game. I know. It is a shame. I think it's a fun little thing. Let me make sure it's in the right. Taproots for the win. Alright, so I need lower. That's decreasing. And that's decreasing. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise it's impossible to break nether roof bedrock. Yeah, it's... I'm surprised it hasn't been removed already, so it's clearly something's up with their... with the tree code. But it's a great feature to have. And I don't think it detracts from normal play to be able to do this. So I think I have this on the right one. It needs to be lower, yeah. I got lucky last time I did this on the nether roof. Did I have dark oak? Yeah. Because I did it the first time. So I'll try a couple more times. This is not liking me today. Yes, I know I could probably set up a command block to do all this, but I'm not going to. How did Tari, how did you keep it from breaking the gateway itself? Maybe I don't have this high enough. It's probably actually. Yeah, it's probably part of my issue. Let me go up higher. Yeah, it's very random. I mean, just in general. Like, what was your strategy? Sorry, to make sure you didn't poke through the gateway. I think I'm doing something wrong because it's replacing the dirt up top. What am I doing that's off? That's lower. Lower, going that direction. Lower. But I'm at the northwest corner, which is what it's supposed to be. I'm completely misreading my chords. Alright, because this is north. Yeah. There we go, that's what I wanted. Any of these gonna poke through the nether? Oh, yes, got one. So, Yeah, I'm watching how the coordinates change. But yeah. So if you can get up here in the nether, you can build in the nether. You can actually break out the nether roof since we can't use snow anymore. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas on weird challenges to do on the nether roof, yeah, feel free to leave a comment. But all right, let's see. Catch up. Anything? Let me go back and find my portal. Was it 0, 0? Get out of the nether starting at the roof? Oof. What type of equipment would you have? So what's your question, Landon? Up layers what? Around 40? I go up to 64, we're probably good. I mean, you kind of want. Does the portal when you're leaving the overworld sends you to a cave in the nether? So if you. So the thing about maps, like if you build on the nether and a client opens that world that hasn't been fixed, then it's not going to show those extra blocks. The old guy jumped on my world with me last night, 2 nights ago, and he couldn't see anything above the nether. No blocks, at least. And because his client doesn't know to load them. And so it was server side, they were there. Stupid slime. And so yeah, old guy could set blocks above the nether. but he couldn't. He couldn't see them. Yeah, so portals. I could see them, but he couldn't. Yeah, portals are a bit tricky to link sometimes. I was gonna work on a mechanics video for them, but now they've kind of changed some portal mechanics in the beta, and I want to try to work on that. I may kind of wait until I see what they're doing with the portals. If all they're touching is portal ticking, it won't affect connecting. But I kind of want to make sure, so I may wait till I get another BDS to analyze. So. I will say, if you're gonna have a 2x2 drop sheet like this, don't do it in a slime chunk. I'll tell you that, or don't do it low in a slime chunk. Yeah, so it looks like a funnel design could work as a general mob farm. How many of these you could stack, I don't know. I would say that's the only drawback. Is it may not make sense compared to a flat design, but it's definitely one way to deal with spiders. Well, not equivalent, Pete. You got to make sure you adjust for the 8 factor of 8 in the Nether in the overworld. Let's see what Gecko said. Would dogs on the sides have the same effect as turtle eggs for skeletons? Skeletons pathfind to dogs? What do skeletons pathfind to besides players? They probably don't even pathfind much. I guess I could look at the Jason's, the behavior pack, the vanilla behavior pack, to see what they do. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. How else can you make things? I guess you could stick cats along the side and scare the creepers a bit. But I'm mostly concerned about baby zombies. Everything else seems to be fine. I mean, baby zombies and large slimes is what I'm concerned about on this demo farm. And so they run away from dogs. You could put dogs on the outside. Yeah, I mean, if skeletons are a problem, I guess you could put a whole bunch of dogs around. I would say we need more flying mobs. I don't even know if we need more mobs. It depends on. I mean, I could do with some an overhaul in the end a bit that has, you know, more mobs, or yeah, I could support that while you're getting stuck, spider. You're getting. I think that's where I broke thing. There we go. I could see like a little more, like if they've worked on the nether biomes, and I think they actually did pretty well, the new nether biomes. I kind of like them. Skelly should ride a phantom. I don't know. Of course, if they decided to make a dangerous flying monkey mob, I might support it. It like lives in jungles. But I mean, if you're talking about mobs, I would love it if um, they made husks drop sand. And you can do that with a behavior pack, so it's not that big of a deal. But and they are getting close to. I mean, I see a lot of custom mobs now in some of the worlds my kids download. So I don't know how easy it is to really do one of those, like for an SMP pack. I know custom blocks. Last time I like last week they just completely rewrote in the latest beta the block interface, and I think let's increase the thing, and I think the I haven't got a chance to really look at what's going on under the hood yet, but those patch notes were definitely written about the internals, talking about block pointers and block legacy stuff. Those were straight on code stuff, and so I'm curious to see how that. Yeah, and Debbie came and asked for more time. The Where was that? Yeah, so they definitely changed a lot of the internals and to make the blocks more data driven. And so I'm curious if the vanilla blocks are now all data driven as part of the vanilla behavior pack, or are they still internal? And I'm curious to see what they've replaced, because now they seem to be talking about block descriptions, and so which are data driven. And so I'm curious what performance hit they're taking. And I'm also curious how that affects vanilla behaviors. So but one of my kids thinks sloths would be a good addition to the jungles. So the portal tiles in the next update. I don't know internally what they're doing. I can only look at the internals when they release a full update and they update BDS. It seems, for my best guess on what people have shown and what the patch note says, it seems that portal tiles now use pending ticks. I don't know how often they schedule pending ticks, but it's clear that existing portal tiles, when ticked, disappear if they're not part of a full portal. And it also appears that they're doing something with pending ticks where they schedule a tick like a second in the future, and so it causes really weird portal breaking patterns. And this all seems to be due with some trying to fix something else that is unrelated to any of those. It's uncertain why they decided the solution to a crash that only happens in creative is to completely change the way portals tick. I don't know if they've uncovered something else or they decided to make sure to do things, but now like we have videos of people who have existing portal based farms and it doesn't work. Yeah, you can still do portal ticking for base gold farms, but it's much slower and the timings have to be a bit more exact, it seems, because you kind of have to wait for all the portal tiles. Yeah, you have to wait for like. Well, let me step back. If you've seen the videos on my, so there's some videos I posted around the Discords that maybe Nexus posted something on a bug report, but basically when you break a portal, it slowly, like every second, another layer of the portal, it kind of like expands outwards, breaks, which affects which kind of affects portal ticking. Just saw an egg break down there. And the yeah, so the game, what am I saying? Yeah, so it takes forever for a large portal to completely break, and you can't relight it until it's completely broken. And so yeah, so it takes some timing. So either you use more water to break it quicker, or you use a smaller portal so it breaks faster. If they don't change how it does it, but it's such a weird thing, and it's still only in beta, so it hasn't even made it out to the main release. So there's still hope that they'll change it. And yeah, so where I am. So Otherwise, I think at least on today we've shown that this farm can work. Yeah. Well, you need all of them broken, so it's not like if the wave has to finish before you relight the portal, because it relights instantly. Yeah, Zata. I have a modified client that allows me to do it. If that wasn't clear, I made a change to one number in the game binary that allows me to add blocks above the nether roof. So as far as I know, I'm the only one in Minecraft that can do it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Fizz. Use smaller portals, so they all break faster, or maybe break them. Someone also said use multiple sources to break them, water sources, and multiple dispensers would also work. So. Yeah. Everyone's watching the riveting stream of how well does this mob farm work. So we'll do a sideways look. Yeah, that's the problem. You gotta make sure that you're not lagging out your server, because otherwise your rates per hour will make a difference. Oh, we're talking about a portal ticking farm, Nismo. And so this is a technique where if you rapidly turn a portal on and off, you'll get a whole bunch of pigmen spawning. Yeah, it's not necessarily the bigger the portal, it's the more portal tiles you have. So if you have the same number of tiles arranged in different portals, it's going to be the same rate because it's per tile. Whenever a tile is lit and ticked, it has a chance to spawn a pigman. And this is different than, say, a passive gold farm using portals, in which the portals stay lit and you wait for the random block algorithm to tick them. I forget who came up with this tech on Tech Rock. I know, like, someone came up with the. I have it listed on a video on my page, but I know, like, someone came up with the basic concept, and one or two other players perfected the braking and lighting mechanism, if I remember the history. And Navy Nexus has, I think, one of the most popular farm designs for it. And so they're really cool. They generate a ton of gold. And yeah, a normal size portal will still produce. The rate of production has to do with how often can you light a portal tile. So Taritar, the reason why you get the ripple pattern is that you break the first portal, it waits, it then tells the blocks around it to tick, and then they wait a second to tick, and then they tick, and then those blocks tell the next ones around them to wait. And so there's like a we may have always had this breaking pattern, but it just didn't, you couldn't see it because it happened over less than a second. And so, but now with 1 second between things, you can really see it. And it's pretty ugly, in my opinion, especially when you see that the sides don't follow. And, but yeah, we don't, in the portal ticking is completely changed in the beta. And so if you're, we don't know what Mojang's going to do about that, if anything. I think they'll do something because it's a weird behavior. Yeah, so that's a separate thing, Tar. I think what's happening is tiles can still get ticked, even if they're not being lit and relit. And so I think that's happening when they're being ticked or the block next to them is being ticked. Because if you load an existing game, if I remember correctly, until something's ticked or updated, it's not going to schedule a pending tick. So. Can Observer detect when a portal tile is lit broken? I don't. Maybe? I don't know. I think it would. It detects when a block changes. So I think it would. And I think the problem isn't the breaking. Yeah, I forget the. I don't think you can update the tiles to cause them not to break. I mean, it might be possible to do. I don't know how they schedule pinning ticks or what they do on the pinning ticks, but it's possible you could do something like sim tick portals where they break but then they don't based on this. But until we get a better handle on what the final change is going to be, it's hard to know. They've been messing with ticking a lot in the beta. I don't know why. I think they're trying to fix some bugs and they don't understand the side effects. Because what basically the way the ticking thing is set up, the bug that happens is if you like have a crop farm and you have some crops that are like right on the border or something else, some redstone thing that's right on the border of a chunk, but that chunk isn't loaded, then pinning ticks can build up in that farm and not get executed. And I think they're making some, they're trying to work around that. And instead of doing the obvious thing, which is to put a cap on how many pending ticks get stored, they're trying to stop things from using pending ticks. And it's messing with a lot of deep mechanics in the game. And the actual solution, in my opinion, is to limit the size of the pending ticks queue. If at most you schedule, 1,000 pending ticks, then that's plenty for any normal use of the game. And it's only, you're ever going to ever see a difference if you're doing a ton of things in a portal, but right now only say 100 ticks get processed any tick anyways, and so things are going to get delayed already anyways. So my opinion is they should put a limit on the size of ticks that are stored, and then read off that queue and discard any pending tick information that is later. And so so the thing about the reason why the portal tiles disappear is when it gets updated, it checks if it's part of a real portal. And a normal portal is part of a real portal, so it doesn't disappear. And so that's why, Tari, that that the portal tiles are disappearing, is that they're being ticked and they're checking if they're part of a true portal, and if they're not, they're taking themselves out of the game. Now that we've just been sitting here, me talking, and we're watching mobs die, it'd be nice to actually have had some music playing, but I don't have it going yet. I think this is only my 3rd stream ever on YouTube, so. But the farm seems to be working. For a surface-only farm, I think this would be pretty good to funnel things into a trident killer. Eh. I mean, what I should put in place is check the spawning areas. That's a command that I use, and that would be good to check if there's any weird places where things aren't spawning. I think all this is spawnable, except towards the bottom where you have the drop shaft. Yeah, I found out that when I was working on my drown farm, that the idea that if you wanted to no, you can't place, there's basically scaffolding is the only block that can be there, Tar, because it's the only block that doesn't block movement, but also is not destroyed by water. And so an insta-push block is actually a solid block, and they can't spawn with it at their feet. They can spawn with it at their head. Like if you put like an insta-push block above the scaffolding, that also wouldn't work. And it has to do with how the spawn algorithm works. But scaffolding here works because it has a air and surface above it. So let's see. Yeah, so the idea behind this farm use, so this is based off of a drown farm concept that Golden Helmet came up with. If you can look back up in the chat, the link's been posted a couple times. And the idea is that there's a trident killer in the middle. I haven't built one. And the funnel design kind of sends all the mobs quickly towards the... Well, signs don't block movement, but they're made out of wood, and wood is a material that blocks movement. It's the weird stuff in the game. You have differences. But yeah, it's the material is actually important for the spawn algorithm. And yeah, and so the idea is that the funnel and the cascading water sends them quickly to the center, where there would be a trident killer that would get all the drops, and that's the logic. Looks like we gotta. Oh, there you go. There you go, baby zombie. And yeah, so oops, there's another. What do we got down here in the middle? Yeah, and so that's the idea. And so the only question is, could this be used for a general mob farm? The answer is kind of yes, if it's surface only. But whether something like this is break another spine is useful for a multi-layer farm, I do not know. But this definitely would work if for whatever reason you were trying to do a surface only farm, like a 1-layer farm. And I guess you could stack several layers of this. Don't know how annoying that would be, but it is possible. Because you may have to change up how you do the eggs if you add multiple layers and that kind of stuff. Excuse me. But otherwise, it works. All right, I think I'm about to sign off. Any final questions? All right. Doesn't look like anyone has any questions. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you all for coming out. I had fun kind of designing this farm on stream. I think this is the first time I've done this, so that was fun. I had fun goofing off in the Nether as well. All right. So thank you for coming out. Bye.